Live.
We're live. Okay, great. Right. Well, that was a good notification. Hi, welcome to Wednesday Wisdom here at Judaica.com. I'm Ozzy, this is Karna. And I want to get this out of the way before we start, so anyone who's watching it, they don't watch the first couple minutes, they'll see it. Bracha has been what's it called? Has been helping us out, and she actually was one of the instigators for this entire operation here of Wednesday Wisdom.
Yes.
Is moving on to somewhere else.
Yes, I did.
At the end of this week. So this will be her last Wednesday Wisdom. So, Bracha, I would love for you to come on camera and say hello to your audience and to wave goodbye. If you do not want to, I won't terrify you. But yeah, just come and say hello. Come on. You know what? Say hi.
Hey.
That's Bracha, by the way.
She's
She's been behind the camera the entire time. Anyway, we wanted to thank her and wish her well.
Talk about putting on the spot.
Exactly.
Well, you didn't
That's what we're about.
She specifically asked us not to do that, and I specifically was planning on doing it anyway.
Awesome.
In any case, again, we sent out the winner of last week's giveaway. Was notified. Please, if you were notified via what, Bracha? Email?
We
Facebook?
messaged you, yeah.
By Facebook.
Yeah.
You were Facebook messaged. Check your messages. I don't remember the name of the lady.
Sarah Frank.
Sarah Frank. Okay, if your name is Sarah Frank.
Of the three of us, someone.
Check it out. Okay, so in front of us now we decided to talk about we like to stay current events. So we are not talking about from a current event standpoint the rockets raining down Israel, but our thoughts and prayers are with everyone in Israel. Current events in our sense is we've passed Veterans Day, and the next major American holiday coming up is Thanksgiving. And we decided to talk about cookbooks in general, but as I was looking at the cookbooks with Hannah, we were, of course, perusing through the recipes, and we decided to pick out an entire meal for your Thanksgiving based on the three cookbooks we have in front of us. One is Olive Trees and Honey. This is a vegetarian cookbook, specifically going through different recipes around the world.
Correct.
So you can get German recipes, Bukharian recipes, Indian, Israeli, American, you'll get everything in here, but it's all vegetarian. We also have, and this is by Gil Marks. I believe he's a rabbi, actually, Rabbi Gil Marks. This is Vicky Pearl's Gluten-Free Goes Gourmet. This came out a few years ago. It's about 4 or 5 years old. It's an excellent cookbook, especially if you are trying to reduce your gluten, whether you have a celiac disease that you can't, or you just find that gluten doesn't agree with your stomach, or frankly, you're looking for
Lighter options.
Yeah, lighter options. We have here Gluten-Free Goes Gourmet. It's actually a lot of great recipes in here. I did just look through it. And
the cookbook has pictures.
Yeah, and it's actually the only one of the three that has pictures. And then, of course, you have your stalwart. This is Spice and Spirit. Now, I got this for my wedding, which was almost 19 years ago. And let me see when it was published. I think it was published a while ago. It was published. What we are holding right now is the 17th printing. Its first printing was in 1990, which makes it one of the. I would say this is probably one of the. It says on here, most trusted cookbooks. Look at that.
And I was going to say, I think it's pretty
This is a pretty good example of what we have. It says 200,000 copies sold, and we have one in our kitchen. It's well used. I like it when cookbooks, by the way, get you open them up and they get all stained from the recipes.
That's the one that you can auto flip to, and
exactly.
It's
I sort of like that. And in our house, cookbooks, we buy a lot of cookbooks. My wife loves cookbooks, and she'll tell me, this is what I want. And she'll send me a link, and I, of course, know it's an easy present.
Right.
So we don't have a lot in our warehouse, but we have a lot of cookbooks on our website. A lot of the newer ones, a lot of the stuff that you might want to look at. In fact, I think that we've had. Who did we have that interview with last year? We had an interview with Bracha. Who was it? What was the cookbook's name? Forget her name now.
I wasn't here, so.
What was it? You emailed her. You emailed questions. We had a whole thing on it.
Oh, Chani Applebaum.
Chani Applebaum.
Busy in Brooklyn.
Busy in Brooklyn.
Exclusive interview, yep.
That's
and
right.
she
We
was-
had an interview with her. You can check that out on our blog.
On our blog, and she gave us a recipe. It's all there.
We have a lot of stuff. Okay, so let's go through now. What we did was we picked out different things that we wanted to see. So we started out with appetizers. So what did we do? I picked out a soup. That's what I did. This is the split pea soup with dumplings. Now, I'm a big fan of split pea soup, right? You can make it with meat, without meat.
Yeah.
This one does not call for meat, but, meat bones are optional. See, I like the meat flavor.
It gives it a heartier
sometimes
taste
I even like
sauces.
to put in like hot dogs. It gives it a little smoky flavor. My wife does not like that. My kids do not like that, so we don't have it in my house. But that doesn't mean that I can dream. So I just want to, this is a beautiful picture. I don't even have to describe it because you can see it better than I can describe it. Hannah, how do you like your pea soup? Do you like it completely zipped or do you like it like chunky?
I'm not a huge fan of pea soup.
We'll get into be a fan.
I know.
Well,
it
let me
has to
ask
be completely
Completely.
judged.
Yeah, you want it completely done.
Yeah, I want a complete puree soup.
You don't want to see anything. You don't want to see carrots. You don't want to see the peas. You don't want to see nothing.
I don't like the carrots. It's the peas that get me.
Peas get you. You don't like peas.
I don't like peas.
You don't like peas and carrots?
No.
I love peas and carrots. Okay, now we've done the appetizer. Now let's go through. We picked out a salad.
Yes.
Okay, we picked out a salad from here, right? Actually,
Yes.
a few salads. There's a few different variations.
So we've got the Brooklyn tomato salad, which
Okay.
is kind of unique.
This is a Bukharian tomato salad. What does it have? It's got tomatoes. It's got bell peppers in it. It's got onions. It has parsley or cilantro. Now, I will never put cilantro in it. I hate cilantro.
Me neither. Do the gene that makes it taste soapy, or you just don't like it?
It's just a noisy taste.
I got the gene that makes it taste soapy.
But maybe it's also because my brother also does not like cilantro. What else we got here? Oil, lemon juice, salt, and pepper, and garlic.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you're thinking like that's just what a tomato salad looks like.
Mhm.
There are also in here variations. You can go Indian. If you want to go Indian, you just add in some green chilies.
Mhm.
You want to go Moroccan, what do you add in? Yeah, you take out the bell peppers and add in green olives.
And capers.
And capers. My wife just got into capers. I'm not a huge fan, but she likes it now. And then obviously you go with your regular Israeli salad, and it's you just add an avocado
Yeah, and basil.
and basil.
And
Okay.
garlic.
And remove cilantro in all cases.
Yes,
Okay.
I agree.
All right. So we've got our pea soup. Some like it zipped, some like it chunky.
Yes.
We have our tomato salad. We have 4 variations of the tomato salad.
Yes.
That you can go Bukharian, Indian, Moroccan, or Israeli.
Yes.
Or you can just make a regular, almost like a bruschetta. Almost, you can do that too,
That's
right?
right.
I like
Just-
bruschetta. I like a little onion, a little tomato, just some salt
I
and
like
pepper.
to keep it
Good to
basic.
go.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're on to side dish. What did we go to for? Oh, I know what we did for a side dish. Now this is awesome. Where did we find it? I found it in here
Yeah,
actually.
this one.
Okay, so as we know, pumpkin is a big. Oh, it's right here. Pumpkin is a big dish to eat on Thanksgiving. Pumpkin pie comes to mind. You can have pumpkin soup, especially because pumpkin is a fall vegetable, right? It's a root vegetable. It's going to last a long time. You'll be able to pick it and leave it in your house, whatever it is. Now, where is it? In Uzbekistan. There is it's used, the Bukharian stuffed pumpkin I have this recipe here. It sounds really good.
Yeah.
Okay, you get a 4 to 5 pound pumpkin, you cut it, you core it, you get the gross stuff out of it, but you leave the flesh in it.
Yeah, you're gonna remove the seeds,
The seeds and
the
the-
strings,
yeah,
and all that
get-
stuff.
get
You
those-
remove those and toast those. And
You're gonna pack it with rice cooked in vegetable stock.
nice.
Then you're gonna add in some other stuff like salt, pepper. You gotta add in saffron.
And turmeric.
Do you know saffron is maybe the most expensive product on the planet?
Yeah, even you go to Costco, it comes in a tiny little container.
Costco is
for a
like
couple.
$20
Yeah.
for less than an ounce.
Yeah.
It's like a gram. I think I do pay per gram. I think it's more expensive per ounce than gold. I'm almost positive it is.
I probably think that's
Um,
correct.
Anyway, and it's grown in only like 1 or 2 places, and I think in Afghanistan is where they grow it the most. Anyway, whatever. It's a very unique taste, so you got to be very careful. It packs a big punch
And what's nice is it's a lot of money for a little bit, but you don't need a whole lot. You literally need like one little thread, and you're good for your entire dish.
Exactly. So now we got that. We got saffron. You're gonna put in some raisins into it or currants. I don't know, whatever you feel like. And again, it says here cilantro or parsley. We're gonna go parsley on this one. Chickpeas, you can add in. You can add in apple,
Interesting.
tart apple, chopped up, and 1 quince. I don't even know what a quince tastes like. Do you?
I've had them once, but I don't think they were right.
Okay, fine. So I'm gonna omit the quince because I don't even know what it is. I don't know where you can get it. Actually, I do. It's the fruit, but whatever. Okay, so you're gonna take it. You're gonna cook it, and then you stuff the pumpkin with all the ingredients, and then you put it in. And this is where it gets like interesting. So normally you might put down like a baking sheet, like a parchment paper on top of the baking sheet to put in the oven. So you're gonna put this into like a shallow pan. You're gonna fill it up with water, but you don't want the bottom of the pumpkin to burn. So what the options are here for the recipe in the Bukharian recipe in Uzbekistan, what they use, a cabbage leaf. I would never have thought of that, but you put a cabbage leaf down, put the pumpkin on top. You roast it for how many hours? About 2 hours until it's tender. Then you cut it like wedges. My wife would love this. I might even make this. This sounds really good.
It does sound
I won't use a quince, but it's probably going to be a little savory, a little sweet.
Yeah.
You got a lot of cool different types of things, and then you got the rice in there also, which is really going to make it like a really nice, powerful side dish. Okay, next. So that's that. Let's do that. We did that one already. Okay. Now we want to get to obviously the main course. The main course in this situation at Thanksgiving is obviously the turkey. And wait, what did we miss here? Did we miss anything in here? No. Okay, those are just okay. So obviously we're going to go to traditional. I think we've had a lot of we've gone way over traditional with our stuffed pumpkins and our four country tomato salad.
Bring it back a little.
Here we're going to go with a generic, really good turkey and stuffing.
Right.
Obviously, this one you can use for the turkey. You're going to get a big turkey. You're going to obviously you got to baste it. You got to be careful with it. My mother-in-law likes to use orange juice as the base to put it in the bottom of the pan. And obviously salt, pepper. Maybe you want to do a little garlic powder. You want to do some paprika, however you say it. Rub it with a little oil. You really gotta baby the turkey. I like what poundages do you like your turkey in? I like it in like 10 to 12 pound range. You don't even know.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
We don't do that. We do more turkey for Passover. So
you don't even do turkey. So I love.
We always do turkey for that Shabbos. We don't do it Thursday night, but that Shabbos is always turkey.
Well, I am into the turkey. You got to be careful. So obviously you can put in celery and carrots. You spread it around. Sometimes I even tuck it into the skin.
Yep.
You get a nice. What I do is you cook it covered for obviously you got to roll it down for the number of pounds is going to dictate how long you cook it for. But the last 30 minutes, I like to uncover it, and I like to uncover it so the top gets crispy. And then I take it out of, you have all the drippings at the bottom of the pan.
Right.
I remove the drippings and I flip it over. Because sometimes at the bottom, when it's lying down, the top gets crispy, but the bottom is all it's like, that mushy, skinny look. Yeah, soggy look. And I don't like that. So I flip it over and I get the top of it crusted a little bit. Now sometimes you can even rub a little bit of sugar in, but don't do that till late.
Right.
Because a little bit of brown sugar, because it'll caramelize, but if you leave it in too long, it'll burn. And you got to be basting it. You got to get that little baster thing. If you don't have it, if you don't have it, obviously you can use a cup or something like that. But be careful because it's heavy, it's hot, and it's once you put a turkey into the oven, there's not a lot of room.
Right.
So you got to be you're basting it, and then you can make stuffing. So they have actually a great stuffing recipe here. I like it over here. It's challah and mushroom. It's margarine, celery, onions, mushrooms, garlic, challah, salt, and pepper. And you're gonna cook it all together, and then you just shove it right into the cavity. And then it gets all the juice, all the good drippings from inside the turkey, and then it's in there. Great, awesome. Now we've accomplished our meal. We have a soup, salad, side dish. We have the main meal, and now we're gonna get to dessert, which is also sometimes we didn't put in cranberry sauce. I just wasn't looking hard enough for a cranberry sauce recipe, but cranberry sauce I feel is very important, and my wife makes it from fresh cranberries.
It's the best that way.
Yeah, I don't like the canned ones because when you take it out of the can, you never lose that canned impression. You know when you have that jelly comes out and it still has the rings from the can, and you can't get rid of it.
No, unless you dice it.
So even then, my wife takes fresh cranberries, she cooks them down, adds some strawberries, maybe some rhubarb. You can sweeten it up a little bit. She likes to use like maple syrup in it to use as a sweetener, as opposed to like just straight sugar, because she doesn't like to use so much sugar. But you can PM me and I'll get you the recipe.
Right.
You know, you can ask us for it, and I'll get you that recipe privately. But we also went back to Spice and Spirit. So this is the pies.
Yes.
Now I love pies. There is pecan pie, which is a good favorite staple. You know, that's just obviously pecans. It's gonna be a lot of margarine, a lot of sugar. It's got to be sweet.
Yes.
You know, it's gonna cook. You can sometimes there's a chocolate variation on that. You go if you really into cranberries. There's a cranberry pie recipe in here, which sounds good. But you gotta be careful again with the cranberries because they're very tart.
Yeah, I was gonna say my go-to is actually a cranberry apple streusel.
Cranberry apple streusel.
Yes, no pie streusel.
Okay, well I love pie, so we're gonna focus on pie here. I'm sorry. I'm big. Strawberry rhubarb pie. That is delicious. Again, you gotta make sure you tamper the rhubarb because it can be a little tart.
Right.
You gotta get that sweeter, but I gotta tell you, I'm a big pie. There's a southern peanut butter pie in here also. I don't know what that tastes like, but I love peanut butter, so it's, you know, I mean, really, I just love all types of pie. I'm just not gonna lie. I'm a big pie person. Tofu fruit pie, walnut pie.
Duly noted.
Check it out, Spice and Spirit. You'll love it. Now, there's one more recipe here that you picked out. Which one did you pick out?
Oh yes.
It's over here. Oh, there's more recipes. What? We didn't get them all?
This is the one pot turkey.
Oh, right. Okay, we'll get back to that in a second. Okay. Oh, we didn't do the string beans. Oh my God. Okay. All right, whatever.
We're gonna be here all day.
Okay.
I chose the purple applesauce because I love homemade applesauce. It's my favorite thing to do. And this is kind of cool. I mean, I do pink applesauce, not purple applesauce. You just leave the...
What does that mean, pink applesauce? You
So,
put food color in it?
no, you use pink
Pink.
lady apples.
I just bought a huge bag of pink lady apples.
And you just leave the skin on. And
Skin
it
on.
turns it into like a pink color. This one is actually unique because it has black grapes in it, which gives it the color.
Gives it that purple.
We just made one with pears and like blueberries. It was so good, like a warm soup.
It's my favorite. Like I go to the fruit market and I go, any special apples that you don't want to sell, the special discounted ones, and I just get a big bag of that with raisins. The best. So that's why I chose this apple.
Okay, well that looks delicious. I'm really into it. There were some other ones we seem to have missed them. Others, there was a side dish, a coconut green bean coconut side dish, which looked really good here in this one. This you can take a look at that. And also for people who want to do a little variation on the traditional turkey dinner, this is more like a turkey cholt.
Yes.
It's a stew, and you can do it. It's for people who don't want to be as traditional, but still want to get that turkey flavor. It has potatoes in it. It looks really delicious.
It's also a good if you don't want to buy a whole turkey. This is great for like 1 or 2 people, like a smaller amount of people.
Yeah, look at this. It's perfect, and this is actually good also if you just want to make a regular dinner. Because I will tell you that turkey is an investment.
Yes.
A big turkey is an investment. All right. So I think we're good. We've accomplished. I think I'm a little hungry right now.
This is your nice reminder to say if you're not sure what to cook, listen to us.
Yeah.
We know apparently what we're talking about by these cookbooks, but cookbooks are also great gifts. So if you're not sure what to give a hostess, like a cookbook is.
And you can call us, by the way, also if you want to ask recommendations of what's good out there. We do know. I might even just tell you to call my wife because she knows about the cookbooks. But let us know if you have any questions. Let us know if for some reason you do want my cranberry sauce recipe. I'm happy to give it out. Anyway, check us out. We're going to say goodbye again to Bracha. Again, her last week.
And code wisdom.
Yeah, code
Now,
wisdom.
I use wisdom, right? Code wisdom on our site, and you'll get 5% off any one of these cookbooks or any of the cookbooks. You'll see a link at the bottom of the page for any cookbooks we have on our website. Thank you so much. Have a great day. We'll see you next week.